Hey guys, welcome back to IT Classroom. I hope you all are doing good. So today we're looking at 0580 Paper 4 Variant 2 from March 2024. I hope this video is helpful for all of you guys. So make sure you do stay till the end of the video to get all your questions answered here. And also do like this video, share this video for your friends, and also subscribe to the channel for more exciting and helpful videos. Let's start this paper. Alright, so moving on to question 1. It says that a grocer sells potatoes, mushrooms, and carrots. The customer buys 3 kgs of mushrooms at 1.04 per kg and 4 kg of carrots at 1.28 per kg. Calculate the total cost. A very easy question for 2 marks though. So 3 kg of mushrooms, 1.04 plus 4 kg of carrots at 1.28. Just got to add them up. That will be so 3 1.04 plus 4 1.28. That gives you 8.24. All right, 8.24. 3 1.04 plus 4 1.28. All right. In 1 week, the ratio of the masses of vegetables sold to the grocer is potatoes to mushrooms to carrots 11 to 8 per 6. Work out the mass of mushrooms as a percentage of total mass as a total mass. So how many mushrooms over the total mass? So mushrooms, as you can see, the ratio is 8. The total will be 11 plus 8 plus 6. Just need to put them into brackets into 100. Simply put this in a calculator. 8 over 11 plus 8 plus 6 into 100, which is 32%. So effectively, all they're asking us is that how much do mushrooms allot of the total percentage of the vegetables sold. The total mass of the potatoes, mushrooms, and carrots is 1500 kg. Find out the mass of carrots that the grocer sells this week. So the ratio is given. It is a part continuation. This is asking for carrots. So 6 over 11 plus 8 plus 6 into 1500 because the total is 1500. So 6. Okay, all right. So 6 over 11 plus 8 plus 6 into 1500. That is 360 kilos. Last up, it says that the profit that the grocer makes selling 1 kg of carrots is 0.75. Find the total profit that he'll make. 360 kgs into 0.75 per kg. That is 0.75. That is $270. $270. Moving on, the next question that we have. On the last day of the week, the grocer reduces the price of 1 kg of potatoes by 8% to 115. Find the original price. There are many methods. My preferred method is 100 minus 8 is 92. So now we know that whatever the original price was, 92% of the price is 115. So 92% of 100 of x is 1.15, or simply 0.92 x is equals to 1.15. So to solve this, x is basically equals to 1.15 into 100, which I take this into here, divided by 92. So 1.15 into 100 divided by 92, that would give us 1.25. 1.25. To check it, you can calculate 92% of 1.25, and indeed that would be 1.15. The grocer buys 620 kgs of onions catered to the nearest 20 kg. He packs them into bags each containing 5 kg of onions catered to the nearest 1 kg. Calculate the upper bound for the number of bags that he packs. For the upper bound, we have to do 630 kilos divided by 4.5 kilos, because in division, the higher bound divided by the lower bound for the upper bound. So 4.5, that will be 140. If you are unsure with your answer about the upper bounds and lower bounds, you can also do the alternative. That would be 610 divided by 5.5. That gives you 110 bags. But since we have gotten 140 bags, we will take the upper bound. Now let's move on to the next question. Next up, we're looking at question 2, which says that ABCD are points on a circle. ADX and BCX are straight lines. Angle BAD is x and angle DCX is y. Explain why x is equals to y. Give a geometrical reason for each statement you make. Now before I start explaining this, I would just give an explanation that why it is true. As you can see, A, D, C and B are all touching the circle. So it's a cyclic quadrilateral. So hence this angle would basically be 180 minus x, because that's the properties of a cyclic quadrilateral. Once you get that, if you want to get y, then you have to subtract 180 from this. So hence it is equal to x. Now I'm going to write it down in the writing explanation so that which will make it more clear. Now you say that angle DCB is equals to 180 minus x, because the property that we're using here is that opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180 degrees. All right, now we've got 180 degrees. Next step is going to be that angle y would be angle DCB minus because if this angle is 180 minus x, so if you subtract 180 from this, you would get angle y, DCB minus 180 minus x, which can be simplified. Okay, sorry, yeah, DCB minus this, no, DCB minus 180 here, DCB minus 180, which is 180 minus x minus 180. All right, there's some kind of confusion here. I'm really sorry for that. So if you want to get angle y, a lot of confusion, just to make it clear, angle y would be 180 minus x, 180 minus 180 minus x, 180 minus 180 minus x, because angles on a straight line they add up to 180 degrees. All right, now if you simplify this, you can see that 180 minus 180 plus x, hence y is equals to x. Show that triangle ABX is similar to triangle CDX. You have to prove that these ADX, as a big triangle out here, that is this triangle, is similar to this triangle. All right, this is relatively easy. So one thing we know, that angle x is equals to angle y, so angle x is equals to angle y. Then we have angle AXB is equals to DXC, angle DXC. So if you have proved that two angles are similar, that means that angle, the third angle, which is angle ABX is equals to angle CDX, because CDX, yeah, CDX. This is basically because the angles and property of triangle state that the total angles of triangle add up to 180. So you know the three angles are similar, SSS rule, hence similar. No, I mean AAA rule. There's no actually AAA rule, and hence they are similar. Moving on to the next question, which I found a bit tricky. I'm not sure about you guys. It says that AD is 15 cm, DX is 9 cm, and CX is 12 cm. AD is 15 cm, DX is 9 cm, and CX is basically 12 cm. And what they've asked us to work out is the total BX. Now, normally what you would do is you would take the 9 over the total 24. But here, if you see, they've kind of tricked us here. So if I draw this triangles, this is AX, AXB. So I'm given that A plus X, which is 24. All right, I'm not given BX. But in the other triangle that I have, X, D, and C, this length is basically 9 cm and this length is 12 cm. So you can't take the direct method out. You know why? Because in this triangle, we are given the fact that this angle and this angle are same. They are not on the same position. And this angle and this angle is same. You see, in this triangle, they both line up together. Whereas in this triangle, one is above, one is below. So what I figured out was that if you take X here, B here, and you flip it onwards, then you would have A here, and both of the angles would then line up, allowing you to calculate. So your AX would still remain as 24. So I'm going to be using this diagram rather than this diagram. All right. So if I want to find X now, it would simply be that X over, so X over 9 is equals to 24 over 12. because this angle corresponds to this, dx is bx, ax is equal to cx. All right, and then if I take it down here, that would be x is equals to 9 into 24 divided by 12. That is 9 into 24 divided by 12, which is 18. Now remember that this length is the whole for the bx, but they have only asked us to figure out bc. So bc would be 18 minus 12, which is equals to 6. Just work it out here for you guys. So x over 9 is equals to 24 over 12. X is equals to 9 over 12, 24 divided by 12, which is equals to 18. And BC would be 18 minus 12, which is 6. I found this a bit hard to work out, so if you guys think there's any other possible solution, or if you have any doubts, please do comment down below. Now comment on the area of the triangle ABX to CDX. Now in this we can see that we have got 18 and 9, so the length ratio is basically 2:1, even 24 and 12. Area is always double that, so it will be 4:1. Easy. Now we move on to question number 3, where the data given and I have to calculate the range. The range of the data will be 20 minus 15, which is equivalent to 5. Alright, because the highest mark is 20 and the lowest mark is 15. Calculate the mean. That will be 15 into 4 plus 16 into 1 plus 17 into 2 plus 18 into 1 plus 19 into 0 is 0, so we can avoid that, and 20 into 2 divided by your 10 students, which gives us 16.8. Because 15 into 4 is 60, just checking it out again, 60, 16, 34, 18 and 40 divided by 10 is 16.8. all right, find the median. For the median, you can list out all the marks, that is 15, 15, 15, 15 as per the frequency, 16, 17, 17, 18, 20, 20. All right, so start cutting them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 16 and 17, so 16 plus 17 divided by 2, that is equals to 16 plus 17 divided by 2 is 16.5. Write down the mode, the highest frequency. The highest frequency is basically 15 marks. Then it says that Paulo's mean mark for completing 7 homework students is 7 homework task is 17. After his 8th task, his mean mark is 18. Calculate this mark for the 8th one. So for 7 homework, if you want to find the total, that is total divided by 7 is equals to 17. So it's 17 into 7. That is equivalent to 17 into 7 is 119. All right, 119. 17 into 7 is 119. So 119 plus x divided by 8 is equals to 17.5. So simple here, 119 plus x is equals to 17.5 into 8, which is 140, and x is then 140 minus 119, which is 21. So the x value would be 21. You can even do it now. So basically, if you do 119 plus 21 divided by 8, that gives you 17.5. The table shows the percentages scored by each of the 100 groups, 100 students in the final exam. Draw the histogram. For the histogram, we need to calculate the frequency density, which is the frequency over the class width. So 12 divided by 30, which is 0.4. So from 0 to 30, it's 0.4. So if I just take here 0 to 30, it's basically 0.4. I need a thicker pen here. So this one would be here till here, 0.4. Simple calculation of the frequency density. If you do it carefully, you can get really good marks in this question. Next up, from 30 to 50, 18 divided by the 20, which is 0.9. So till 50, it's 0.9. Frequency density is just frequency or the class width. The class width refers to the difference between the highest one and the lowest one. Then from 50 to 60, it's basically 35. So 35 divided by 10, which is 3.5. So till 60, you have 3.5. That will be a high one. Yeah. 20 divided by 10, which is 2. Then you have 15 divided by 30, which is 0.5. Basically, my last one is not very accurate because I'm drawing on the device, but yours guys should be accurate, because otherwise it can seem that you're trying to update my next line, which is wrong. Alright, so this is how this is gonna go. Now let's move on to the next. Now we're gonna check out question number 4. The diagram shows a pyramid with a square base of BCDE. The diagonals CE and BD intersect at M. The vertex F is directly above F. B is given and FM is given. Calculate the volume. So the equation is also given 1 by 3 into the base area, which is 12 into 12 since it's a square, into the height, which is 9 centimeters. So that's going to be 1 by 3 into 12 into 12 into 9, which is 432 centimeters square. Calculate the total surface of the pyramid. And total surface area will include the base area plus the area of the 4 sides. To calculate the area of the 4 sides, we need to basically split them into right angle triangles, looking something like this, where this will be 6 centimeters. We need to find the height. Now to find the height, we can basically use Pythagoras theorem. So this would be 6. So what would be the height? It would be 9 squared plus 6 squared. Square root of 9 squared plus 6 squared. Square root of 9 squared plus 6 squared is 13. Alright, so once you have got that, the next thing is gonna be, since you're gonna have 8 of such triangles, so 8 into 1 by 2 into the base, which is 6, into 13 plus 12 into 12, which is 144. So 0.5 into 6 into 3, so 13 plus 144. That gives us 403.599 ... which is equals to 404 centimeters squared. Then up, we say that a diagram shows a toy which is made from a cone and a hemisphere. The base radius of the cone and the hemisphere both r. The slant height is 3r. The total surface area is given. Calculate the value of r. Now this is a relatively easy question, although it's 4 marks. So the radius r and the slant height both are given. Alright, so you can say that the curved area of the cone first, which is going to be pi into r into L. L is basically 3r in this case, plus 4 into pi into the r squared is equal to the total, which is 304. So this would be 3 pi r squared plus 4 pi r squared is equal to 304. Hence 7 pi r squared is equal to 304. So r would basically be square root of 304 divided by 7 pi. Square root of 304 divided by 7 pi, which is equals to 3.7180. That would be 3.72. Moving on to the next question, which is about algebra. Okay, factorize x squared minus x minus 12. Now two numbers whose sum is basically -1, because we got it from here, and the product is -12. So for these, you can take -4 plus 3, which will give you -1, and -4 into 3, which will give you -12. So x squared minus 4x minus 3x plus 3x, I'm sorry, plus 3x minus 12 is equals to 0. So x minus 4 plus 3 x minus 4. So you'll have x minus 4 x plus 3. All right, so x minus 4 and x plus 3, and you can do it x squared plus 3x minus 4, it will be -x and -12. Then it says that factorize it. You can see this is part of the continuation because the same equation has been used from above, so do not factorize it again. X squared minus 16 can be written as x plus 4 and x minus 4. All right, so because 16 is a perfect square root. So whenever you have this, basically x squared minus b, where b is the perfect square, then you can say that x squared square root of b, x squared plus and x squared minus for any number. Let's say when this was 9, so you could say 3 and negative 3. So now we just have to write in this way, that is x plus 4, x minus 4 divided by x plus 3, x minus 4. So you can cancel these out, and x plus 4 over x plus 3. Just to check your answer, what you can do is you can put an x value into calculator. Yeah, just hold on. Yeah, so once you assign x value into calculator, you can find the answers for the first equation, which is this equation, and then you're gonna input the same x value for this equation. If it gives you the same answer. Next up, we are moving to this question, which asks us to simplify this. Now 2x squared would basically be 4x squared. 4x squared. Then minus 3 into 2 would be minus 6, into 2 would be negative 12x plus 9 minus x squared plus 2x plus 1. All right, after this it's gonna be 4x squared minus 12x plus 9 minus x squared minus 2x minus 1. That's gonna be 3x squared. So I've taken these, negative 12, negative 14x, negative 14x, then 9 minus 1 is 8. All right, so can we find any two numbers whose sum is negative 14 but the product is 24? We can indeed. So for that it's gonna be the two numbers, 8 and 3 have 24, so product should be 24 and the sum should be negative 14. All right, we can say that negative 12 plus negative, all right, yeah, negative 12 plus 2, negative 12 minus 2 is negative 14, and negative 12 into 2 is negative 24. So 3x squared minus 12x minus 2x plus 8. So 3x, x minus 4, 3x squared minus 12x, yeah, negative 2x minus 4, negative 2x plus 8. So that's going to be 3x minus 2 and x minus 4. 3x minus 2 and x minus 4. Now just for rechecking, what you're going to do is you're going to assign a value of x to your calculator. 2x minus 3 squared minus x plus 1 squared, negative 8, 3x minus 2 and x minus 4, negative 8. So hence this is correct. Next up, we're asked to simplify this. Again, what you're going to do is you're going to have 2x minus 4, 2x plus 4, x minus 3 minus, you'll have x plus 1 over x plus 1 and x minus 3. Now in these questions, what difficulty I mostly face is in the sign of the above one. So what I do is, the first thing after writing the whole thing is I'm gonna basically find the actual answer using my calculator, that is x plus 1 minus x over x minus 3, that gives 14 minus 3. And if I do the same thing in my calculator, 2x plus 4 x minus 3 minus x and x plus 1, x plus 1 and x minus 3. So this is just a tip to make sure that you're not ending up in the working part. If you do have time, you should do this, but if you feel that you cannot do paper finish enough, then you should avoid this. So then you're gonna basically just multiply them. 2x into x would be 2x squared, 2x into negative 3 would be negative 6x plus 4x, negative 12, negative x squared, negative x squared in the bottom part, negative 3x plus x, negative 3. So 12, yeah, what did I write here? Why is it not written? Okay, that seems confusing. So negative x squared, negative x squared, negative x, yeah. So then it's gonna be 2x squared minus x squared, which would be just x squared, negative 6x minus x, which would be negative 7x, or plus 4x. Negative 7 plus 4 would be negative 3x plus 4, so negative 3x. Negative 7 plus 4 is negative 3x, negative 12 divided by your x squared minus 3x plus 2 negative 3 plus 1 would be negative 2x negative 3. Now you can leave it in this format, or you can simplify negative 3x minus 12 because so 12 would be 1 and 12, so 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Okay, yeah, you have to leave it in this format. X squared minus 3x minus 12 divided by x squared minus 2x minus 3. All right, you can leave it in this format, or you can simplify. Can we simplify the bottom one? So can you have two numbers whose sum is negative 2 but the product is negative 3? So negative 3 into negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2, and negative 3 into 1 is basically negative 3. So we can say that x squared plus x squared minus 3x plus x negative 3 so is equals to 0. Then what you will say is that x minus 3 plus 1 x minus 3, right? So that would give you x plus 1 and x minus 3. That is same as x squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 3. Yeah. So what I would replace this, you can write in both formats because this is not like a 4 fraction. So x plus 1 and x minus 3. Now we are moving on to the next question. Will ask us to expand and simplify. Relatively easy. X into x would be x squared. X into minus 5 is minus 5x. X into negative 3 is negative 3x, and x negative 3 into negative 5 is positive 15, which when simplified we have to multiply it still, so we keep it here. And x squared negative 5 negative 3 is negative 8x plus 15. Now we gotta multiply it again. So 2x squared, 2x cubed because 2x into x squared, then negative 16x squared plus 30x plus x squared negative 8x plus 15. So 2x squared, crossing out this, negative 16 plus 1 negative 15x squared plus 22x plus 15. So now when we check it out, 2x cubed minus 15x squared plus 22x plus 15, yeah, that should be correct as per my calculator. That is not 22 obviously. So you want 2x cubed minus 15x squared plus 22x plus 15. All right, so this is the 2x cubed minus 15x squared plus 22x plus 15. I hope this question is clear. Next question is about simultaneous equations. You must show all of your working. So for this one, what I'm going to do is x minus 13. I've brought this one here. That is x minus 13 is equals to 3y. And this one also, 2x squared minus 116 is equals to 9y, because I've just taken the 9y there and put 116 here. Now since I know that 3y into 3 is 9y, I can multiply this whole equation. So that would be 3x minus 39 is equals to 9y, and that would be equals to 2x squared minus 116. I hope this step is clear. Then 2x squared minus 3x minus 116 plus 39 is equals to 0. Once I have that, 2x squared minus 3x negative 116 plus 39 is negative 77 is equals to 0. Then you can use a quadratic formula, that is negative of negative b plus minus square root of b squared, that is negative 3 squared minus 4a negative 77 over 2a negative of negative 3 plus square root of negative 3 squared minus 4 2 negative 77 divided by 2, that is 7 and negative 5.5. Okay, so these are the two values for x, 7 and negative 5.5. However, we're not done to find the y values. Now we know that 3y is equals to x minus 13. 3y is equals to what? Is equals to x minus 13. So then y would be equal to 7 minus 13 divided by 3, and also negative 5.5 minus 13 divided by 3. So 7 minus 13 divided by 3 would give us negative 2, and negative 5.5 minus 13 divided by 3 would give us negative, that would basically give us negative 6.17. So 7 is giving us negative 2, and negative 5 is negative 6.17. Alright, then up the next question that we have, the diagram shows a triangle ABC with AB given as one length. Calculate AC. We can use the sine rule. So AC over sine 54, because this and this and this and this is equals to 17.2 over sine 68. That allows us to use that sine 54 into 17.2 divided by sine 68. Sine 54 into 17.2 divided by sine 68, which is 15.0. Okay, 15.0079105, that is to be precise. M lies on BC and MC is given. We have to calculate AM. Alright, now we can use the cosine rule because we have two lengths given and we have the angle in between them given. So AM would be equal to the square root of 12.8 squared plus 15.0079105. I'm taking the exact value here. Now, one way to reduce this is basically write 15.0. Just put 3 dots or ellipses to it, but make sure to use the full calculator in your calculator. Minus 2. Again, we have 12.8. Then you have 15.0079105. And at the last you have cos 68. Cos 68. So when I show this, my answer is going to be 12.8 squared plus, I'm taking my value, the answer value to save time, answer squared minus 2, 12.8 answer into cos 68. That gives me 15.657 34922. 15.7. Calculate the shortest distance from A to BC. Now this question is often frequently asked. When I calculate shortest distance, just remember this is Pythagoras theorem. So you can use opposite over adjacent. No, opposite over hypotenuse, OH. That's so. The sine 54 is equals to opposite over 17.2. Sine 54 is equals to x over 17.2. X equals to sine 54 into 17.2. Sine 54 into 17.2. That is equals to 13.9. Now we'll have a look at the next question. Now we are moving to question number 7, where it's about vectors. Vector P and vector Q are given. It says find 3Q. Now 3Q would be 3 into negative 4, which is negative 12, and 3 into 5, which is 15. Find P minus Q, that would be 8 minus 4, which is 12, and negative 5 minus 5, which is negative 5 minus 5, which is basically negative 10. So 12, negative 10. It says find the absolute value, so it will be square root of 12 squared plus negative 10 squared. Put this in a calculator. 12 squared plus negative 10 squared. That would give us 15.6. Alright. Now it says that in a triangle OMN, O is the origin, OM is given, and ON is given. S is a point where M to S to S to N is 5 is to 3. So for these types of questions, all you're supposed to do for the ratios is that you add them up total. Now M to S is 5 plus 3 is 8. So M to S is just 5 over 8 of that, and S to N is 3 over 8. Then simply they're asking us that what is the position vector of S. Is only 3 more questions, it's going to be easy. Now what is the vector mn? To go from m to n, you would go negative a plus b. Alright, now if you want to go from m to s, then m to s, it would be 5 by 8 of a minus 5 by 8 of b. So we have got m to s. Now how do we reach from o to m, the origin to m? We need to add a. So that would be a plus 5 by 8a minus 5 by 8b. So if we simplify 1 plus 5 by 8, that would give me 13 by 8a minus 5 by 8b. So I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next question now. It says that on this axis, sketch the graph of 4 minus 3x. So for any type of these questions you asked to sketch, you're supposed to find out the coordinates of both the the intersections. So when x is 0, 4 minus 3 is 0. What would y be? Y would simply be 4, so that's one point that I have here. And when y is 0, so 0 is equals to 4 minus 3x. So 3x would be equal to 4 and x would be 4 by 3. Just putting it on my calculator as well. So what if 0 is equal to 4 minus 3x? So yeah, 1.333, which is same as 4 divided by 3. So here I'm gonna put 4 divided by 3, and then it's nothing but a straight line which passes through both of these points. These don't have to be accurate, just label them. Alright, and then it's going to be like this. Next up, we say that on the axis we sketch the graph of y is equals to negative x squared. Now of course, since it's squared, it's going to be a curve, but then you see that's negative x squared. Now at first this might seem confusing, so what you do is you take at least 2 negative values and see 2 positive values. So let's say I take negative of negative 3 squared, that is negative 9, and negative of negative 5 squared, that is negative 25. So it means when I put x values negative, the final answer also negative. Now what if x is positive? It's still the same answer. And what if x is let's say 3? It's still negative 9. So we know that the curve will never reach above the positive line for the y-axis. All the answers are negative, so it will cap out at this point, and then it will just go like this. It will reach to 0. Okay, so I have to draw reaching to 0. Alright. Now why the shape? Because the shape of the curve is determined from this. So it's negative x squared, that's why it looks like there's a maximum curve. It would, if it says only x squared, then there would be a minimum curve. So this is how it would look like. Yeah, and I am just 2 marks for that. Then it says that find the coordinates of the turning points of the graph. So here we have an equation given you to find the turning points. For the first thing you will do is write this equation in the proper form. That is negative 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 10. This makes it easy to work with. Then you got to differentiate this. So basically derivative. So dy over dx is going to be negative 2 into 3, negative 6x squared plus 18x. Alright. Now we have to go to find the points where this would be equal to 0, because this equation tells us the gradient. So let's say we put any x point, it tells us what the gradient is. So we want the x points where the gradient is 0. Now we can simplify this by writing 6x outside. So that would be 6x into negative x, because 6x negative x squared, plus 3, because 6x into 3 would be 18x, is equals to 0. So then either 6x is 0, in that case x is 0, so one value of x is 0. Another value is that negative x plus 3 is 0. Alright, so if you take x to this side, 3 will be equal to x, because if you do negative 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. So we got in these points. Now you just got to find the y values. How will you find the y values? By doing this. So I'm going to do it here. 10 plus 9, 0 squared, minus 2, 0 cubed, and 10 plus 9, 3 squared, minus 2, 3 cubed. Just putting these values back into the equation. So 10 plus 9 into 0 squared, minus 2, 0 cubed, which is 10, because everything is multiplied by 0, so there's no value, and the other one is 3, so negative 2 times 3, okay, 37. So when it's 0 it's 10, and when the other one 3 is 37. Then it says to decide whether each turning point is a minimum or a maximum. So again, to do this you have to find the double derivative. The double derivative basically means the derivative of the derivative already found. So negative 6 into 2 would be negative 12x, and 18x would become 18. Alright, now we simply got to put these x values in. Negative 12, 0 plus 18 is equal to negative 12, 3 plus 18 is equal to what? So once you find the answers to these, that is equal to 18, and negative 12 into 3 is negative 18. Now if this answer is positive, then the point is a minimum point, and if the answer is negative, then it's a maximum point. Maximum. So then what it says, the minimum is basically, since it's 0, so 0, 10, and the maximum is basically 3, 37. Alright, now let's move on to the next question. I hope this part is clear as well. Then it says Jana and Kamal each invest $8,000. At the end of 12 years, they have 12,800. So Jana invests in an account that pays a rate of R% per year, simple interest. So calculate the value of R. So first of all, remember that the simple interest formula gives us the interest, not the final value. So it says 12,800. So we have to final value minus 8,000. That would give us 4,800. So that's the interest she has gotten. So 8,000 into R into 12 years divided by 100 is equals to 4,800. Now what is 8,000 into 12? That is 96. Alright, so 96,000 R is equals to 4,800 into 100, that would be 48,000. So R would then be 48,000 divided by 96,000. So once you solve that, 48,000 divided by 96,000, that gives you a 5%. All right. Yeah. So that gives you 5% rate, 5%. So we can just have to simply add 5. Don't write percentage since it says R percentage. Now we'll check the answer. So 8,000 into 5 into 12 divided by 100 is indeed 4,800. Next part says that Kamal invests in an account that pays compound interest at R%. Calculate the value of the R. So for Kamal, he has invested in an account with compound interest. 8,000 is the initial investment. 8,000 1 plus the R over the capital R over the 100 raised to 12 is equals to 12,800. Just verifying that value again, 12,800. Alright, so then 1 plus R over 100. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 8,000 on the other side in division. 12,800 divided by 8,000, and since it's a power being raised to 12, I'm just going to do root 12. So that makes it easy. Then to calculate R, all you need to do is 100 into, take the brackets, 12,800 divided by 8,000, 12 minus 1. If you're wondering how I got this, first I took the 1 on the other side, so that gives me negative 1, and then I just multiplied it by 100. This is a simple way, since now you just need to do this in the calculator. That would be 12,800 divided by 8,000 minus 1. That's giving me a rate of 3.99%. The answer is actually 3.9944. If I add 3 significant figures, it's 3.99. So that's it, 3.99. Next, it says that the population of a city is growing exponentially at a rate of 1.8% per year. The population currently is 260,000. Find where the first year the population more than 300,000. 260,000. 1 plus 1.8 over 100 raised to a x number of years that you have to find is 300,000. Now for these questions, you cannot you can use the log method, which is okay. Otherwise, what you can do is you can do the trial and error. So once I'm going to do trial and error, then I'm going to log. and you guys can choose whatever you like. So I'm gonna put any, let's say I'm gonna put 10 years on my calculator and 300,000. Okay, so no, I don't want 300,000. Hold on, I messed up here. So for if I'm 10 years, it's no, 10 years becomes too much. So let's say I'm doing 6 years. 6 years is too less, so 8 years. 8 years is giving me, now 8 years is 299,885. So the ninth year would probably be the answer. Now the answer is ninth year. Alright. For if I'm using trial and error method, trial and error, just write one reading which is below it and the second reading which is above it. So first write 8. Okay, so write 260,000. 1 plus 1.8 over 100 raised to 8 is giving me 299,885 plus 5722. Okay, and if I'm doing 260,000, 1 plus 1.8 over 100 being raised to 9, that is giving me 305,283. So this is the first year, hence this will be the answer. Otherwise, if you want to use the log method is a bit complicated. So basically, if when you do 1 plus 1.8 over 100, 1.8 over 100, that is 1.018. So for the logarithms method, the log method, 1 plus 1.8 over 100 is giving you 1.018 raised to x is equals to 300,000 divided by 260,000. I've done nothing here but simplifying, taking 260 to the other side and 1 plus 1.8. Then what I need to do is I need to simply do this. X is equals to log of 1.018, 300,000 divided by 260,000. I'm simplifying it. That is equals to 15 over 13. So if you put this in a calculator, log of 1.018, 15 divided by 13, that is giving me the exact answer is 8.021, but since it asks us for complete years, it would still be 9 years. So of course the trial and error works easier, but you're free to use your own method. But do verify this with your teacher if this is allowed, because in additional maths this is something is taught. So I know this method, I use this, I do get marks, but if you're not sure, please do. Alright, now we're moving down to question number 10, which says that there is a graph given, this equation given, and there's a table given. We have to fill the equation or the graph, that is 2x cubed plus 6x squared minus 2.5, starting at -3 and ending at 1, and your intervals are 0.5. So -3 would be -2.5, -2.5. Then next one is basically -0.5, which is hold on, -0.5 is -1.25, and then the last one, which is 1, is basically 5.5. Then we got to point these on this graph, and then we got to make a graph of that. So -3 is -2.5, which has been marked, like I have marked it right now. Then -3 is -2.5, -2.5 is 3.75, 3.246, 3.75, -2 is 5.245 here, -1.5 is 4.25, -1 is 1.5, -0.5 is basically -1.25, and 0 is basically -2.5 here. So 2.5 would be what? 0 is basically -0.2.2, 2.4, 2.5. Yes, it's quite confusing. 0.5 is -0.175, 0.75, 6, 2, 4, 6, and then 8, so this would be 7 would be here. The last one that you have is 1 is basically 5.2, 5.4, and 5.5. We gotta connect them together using dots, using our line as a smooth and a straight curve. Okay, it's gonna go up till here, and then it goes down. And then a slight issue here since it actually does not need it, so I'm gonna have to draw it once again. I could have avoided that point, which was the extreme, but since it actually comes in the path, then I can't avoid it. Okay, so this is how it would look like. Then it says, by drawing a suitable line on the graph, solve the equation that 2x plus 6x squared is 4.5. Currently, the equation that we have is 2x cubed plus 6x squared negative, what is it? Negative 2.5. Yeah, negative 2.5 is equal to 0, or they don't need equal to 0. So 2x cubed plus 6x squared. I will rearrange this equation to bring negative 4.5 inside, and y is equal to this and y is equal to this. Now I'm going to subtract them. So 0, 0, negative 2.5, negative 4.5 is basically 2. So the equation would be that y is equals to 2. Alright, I hope you understand, because negative 2.5 negative 4.5 is 2. So y is equals to 2. Now if we show y is equals to 2 here, and then if we basically put them here, so one of the points will be 2.5, negative 2.5. The other point is basically negative 1.08, negative 1.08. Another one would be 0.75, 0.8, so 0.79, positive 0.79. Then it says that we have to find a value of k for the equation. There are exactly only two solutions. Now these two solutions will be at the maximum and the minimum. The maximum here, which is negative 2, is 5.5, as we can see it from here. And the minimum is at 0, so that is negative 2.5. So 5.5 and negative 2.5. 5.5 and negative 2.5. Next up, it says find gf of 2. F of 2 is half. F of 2 is half. So g of half would be 3 times half, which is 1.5 minus 5. 1.5 minus 5 is basically negative 3.5. Negative 3.5. Then it says find g inverse of x. Y is equals to 3x minus 5. X is equals to 3 y minus 5. X plus 5 divided by 3 is equals to y. So x plus 5 divided by 3 is equals to y. Find gx minus 2. So 3x minus 2 minus 5. So 3x minus 6 minus 5, which is 3x minus 11. Find the value of x when f of g of x is 0.1. Now what is f of g of x? So it will be 1 over 3x minus 5. 1 over 3x minus 5 is basically 0.1. 1 is equals to 0.3x minus 0.5. If I bring the 0.5 to the other side, it will be 1.5 is equals to 0.3x, and hence x would be 5. Find h of x. H of x is 2 of x. G of 7. So g of 7, that would be 3 into 7 minus 5. 3 into 7 minus 5. That's 21 minus 16. So 2x minus 16 is equals to 0. 2 raised to x is equals to 16. X would then be 4. I hope this is clear. I did it fast. It's a very easy question, and you do make sure that you want to get 4 in this question. Then it says diagram shows a circle of a radius 12 cm with a sector removed. Calculate the perimeter of the remaining shape. Now to calculate the perimeter, since this angle would be 310, since 360 minus 50 is 310. So 310 over 360 into pi into okay, no, we don't have to do that. We have to do into 2 pi into 12 plus, after this I have to also add the two 12 sides because these are also outside. So just put this in a calculator. 310 over 360 into 2 pi into 12 plus 2 times 12, which is going to be 88.9 centimeters. I hope this was clear. Then it says the diagram in the part A shows the top of cylindrical cake with the slice removed. The volume remaining is 3509. Calculate the height of the cake. So this is like an aerial view of the cake with the slice removed, and after you have the slice removed is 3510. So the total volume minus the volume of the slice is equal to 3510. We have to find the height. Now what will be the total volume of the cake? Will be the pi into the 12 squared into the height, because the base area into the height. So pi into 12 squared into the height, that will give you the total area, minus what is the volume of the slice. It's basically 50 over 360 into pi into 12 squared into again the height is equal to 3510. Now we simply going to solve for h. So 144h pi h minus, it is 50 over 360 into 12 squared, that is 20 pi h is 3510. So hence 144 minus 20, which is 124 pi h is 3510. H would be then 3510 divided by 124 pi. 3510 divided by 124 pi. That is giving you 9.01. 9.01 would be the answer. So this marks the end of this video. I hope this video was clear, and if you guys have any questions, please do post them in the comments. Best of luck for your May June upcoming exams and also October November candidates. And if you need any help, please do email me or comment down below, and I'll try to reach out as soon as possible. Also, if you have any suggestions for the new video or a particular topic or a particular paper, please do comment down below. That gives you more ideas for my videos. Thank you so much for supporting. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more helpful content. See you then. Bye.